Well, welcome, Chef Veronica. I'm looking for
Hi,
the
everybody.
15-minute recipe. So I'll pass the stage to you.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining me again. And today we're going to be making spicy seafood stew. I hope, have you ever had it at a Korean restaurant?
I had it.
Oh, good. Did you like it?
Yes, I do. I love it.
Okay, and my setup is a little different today. I decided to move to the table because I'm going to be making the stew in this hot pot thing that I've had for a long time. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, for ingredients: radish, daikon radish, cabbage. Normally cabbage is not used in this dish, but I didn't have Korean vegetables that would normally go into this dish. So I'm replacing those vegetables with cabbage. And 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic, and about a teaspoon of grated ginger, and 1 tablespoon of the Korean chili paste that I got from Trader Joe's. I like Trader Joe's Korean food. They're very good. And seafood. You can add shrimp, clams, and white mild flavored fish, but I'm using salmon today. I'll let you all know how salmon goes with this stew. Normally, we don't use salmon. We use things like halibut, flounder, snappers, cod. But today I'm going to be experimenting with salmon. Okay. Oh, and half an onion sliced, and half of zucchini cut about 1/2 inch, and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and salt to your taste. We're going to be adding salt at the very end. So, and 1.5 cups of water. So let's get going. First, I'm gonna cut the cabbage, separate the leafy part from the stem part. Stem part is gonna go in the beginning to allow them to cook, because they take longer to cook. So I'm just gonna slice it like so. Put it aside, and the daikon radish, about 1.5 inches thickness, peeled, washed and peeled, and I'm gonna slice those into about 1 centimeter thickness, and we're gonna put the daikon and the cabbage on the bottom of the pan. And we're not going to add too much water to this soup, because the cabbage and the radish will give us more liquid. Okay, so I'm going to put the daikon on the bottom of the pan. Just layer them out. I'm going to give it a little more, so maybe 1.5 daikon slices, and then add the cabbage, and then I'm gonna add the salmon or the fish, and make sure whatever fish you're using, it's the scales are off and cleaned thoroughly. But when you clean it, do it gently because they will become, they'll break apart. And I'm adding about 6 pieces of clams that are washed. And on top of that, I'm gonna add about 1/2 cup of sliced onions, like so, and zucchinis. And I'm going to add about 1.5 cups of water. And I'm going to let it cook under cover, like so. And while this is going, we're gonna make the sauce. Get a little bowl and add the chili powder, ginger, and garlic. And a 1 tablespoon of the Korean chili paste. I'm gonna use this spoon, get it all out. And if you don't like it too spicy, maybe use half chili paste and half the amount of the chili powder, and add like a 1/2 teaspoon of miso. I think that would be good too. Okay, and then I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of soy sauce. And to it, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of water, because we're gonna have to mix this paste. And I want it to make it a little easier. So I'm just mixing it. Okay, it's starting to cook already. And I think, okay, like so. And this paste you can make in advance and keep it in the refrigerator. It will keep well in the refrigerator. Okay. Then, you know what? I'm gonna add 1 more tablespoon of water, because we're gonna pour this over the fish and the vegetables, and I want it to go a little easier. Okay. Okay, now it's pretty soupy. And if you love spice, you can add jalapeno peppers or other kinds of chili peppers. So like this. And I'm gonna add them. I'm gonna add about 4 little things of jalapenos. And I'm just gonna go over it like so.
Hey, Veronica, Catherine asked what kind of pot you're using.
Oh, it's a Joji Rushi electric pot. Okay. I'll take the phone off the stand and show it to you better. Okay, I'm gonna cover it. And sorry. Oh, did I lose you guys? Okay, and this is the pan. Can you see? Oops.
Oh,
There
I
we
can
go.
see now. We can see now.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Okay. And then it's steaming, it's starting to cook, so I'm gonna let it cook. And in the meantime, I'm going to slice the leafy part, and I'm gonna add this at the end after it's boiled, because the leafy part cooks pretty quickly. And while I'm using this substitute, have you guys watched that movie called Minari? Minari is actually a vegetable that grows in Korea, and it's widely used. But I tried to grow it in Florida, but it didn't work, so I don't have Minari. But Minari is a good vegetable to add to the stew. And another vegetable you could add is chrysanthemum family. It's called sukkat in Korean. I think it's called chrysanthemum greens, but it's not the chrysanthemum that that we normally know as flower. Yeah. Okay, it's cooking. And while we're waiting,
I have a question, Veronica.
sure.
Talking about the pot, what makes you use electric pot versus stove? Is it a different taste or just convenience?
No, the reason why I'm using this today is because I don't have a shallow pot, like a casserole pot or dish. So, and the only thing that I had available to me today was this pot. It's pretty shallow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And another thing is, this pot is usually cooked on the table, or like they cook it in the kitchen, and then they'll bring like a butane gas stove or something like this, and then cooked more on the table. So I'm using this pot. That's the only reason why. Yeah. And this dish is served with rice and other side dishes, but what I like to do is make flour dumplings, and just after it cooks, I would just drop a few pieces of those doughy dumplings, and then you could have it as like one pot dish.
Okay.
And you don't have to, yeah.
Then you don't need to eat rice, you can just eat the dough.
Right. Yeah. Or you could add udon noodles if you want. And you can eat the stew and the fish and the vegetables and whatever's remaining in the pot. You add like 2 bowls of rice, and you make fried rice.
Oh, okay. Wow. A very versatile dish.
Yes. It's easy, one pot, and it's very satisfying. And it's really good on cold days. And I like using cod with this stew, because cod is low in fat and has high protein value, and it's very clean tasting fish. So I like cod, but I'm experimenting today with salmon. I'll let you know how it tastes, how it turns out. Yeah, and like I said, whatever fish you're using, make sure that the scales are off. And another tip is you could use whole fish, of course, very clean, very well cleaned whole fish. And if you are doing that, add a little bit of more water and simmer the fish, because I think the fish head gives a lot more flavor as it's cooked longer. Yeah, it's boiling.
I like salmon because it's very easy to get.
Yes, salmon is easy
Yeah.
to get and
Accessible.
omega-3, so it's good for us. And so I'll let you know how it tastes. But salmon has such strong flavor. So hopefully the garlic and the ginger and the chilies will kind of bring it down or kind of go well with the rest of the ingredients. Okay, it's boiling. Can you see?
Yes, I can see.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna let it boil more.
And
And
Veronica,
then,
the hot sauce you said from Trader Joe's. Can you show me the box?
yeah,
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. So it's gochujang. Okay. All right.
gochujang. It's very thin, but I tasted it. It's awesome. Just like Korean chili paste, chili powder paste.
Some ask if you can repeat the ingredients of the paste.
Sure. 1 tablespoon of garlic minced, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of gochujang, the chili paste, and 1 teaspoon of grated ginger. And I think that's it.
Mhm.
Pretty simple. And after this dish is finished, you can add salt or fish sauce to your taste. Some people like it salty, some people don't. So this is the basic sauce, but you can add saltiness after it's cooked. Okay, so now it's boiling pretty well. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the leafy part of the cabbage. And this will be the point where you add the Korean minari or suka, the chrysanthemum green leaf.
So Veronica, Yolanda also mentioned that on your paste ingredient, you forgot to mention 1 tablespoon of water.
Oh yeah, 1 tablespoon of water or more.
Yeah. Thank you, Yolanda.
Thank you, Yolanda. I'm gonna get a paper towel. Wipe my hands. And you can add mushrooms to this. Oyster mushroom, which has very neutral taste, or shiitake mushrooms, dried or fresh. And the radish will give out sweet flavor as you cook it. So if you like radish, you can add more. And if you like other kinds of vegetables, put them in there. Yeah. And again, the sauce is what makes the dish what it is. But you know, other things are optional or accessories. So you can add other things and just experiment, which I love doing, as you can tell. Okay. And I think we all know how to tell if the fish or clams are done. Fish becomes opaque and the clam opens up. Okay. I'm gonna open it and see. Yeah, it's looking good. And I like to put the soup over top of the fish, like so, and vegetables. My mouth is watering. This is one of my favorite Korean dish. My whole family loves this.
I wonder if shrimp will go well with this. dish.
Oh, yes. Shrimp will go well. Especially those like large shrimp, not small shrimps, but like large shrimp. And you would, and shrimp, unless it's frozen, it cooks pretty fast. So I would add it along with the leafy green vegetables that I added toward the end. And you just let it simmer. And you know what? This soup tastes better the day after too. And I'm just gonna use the soup to rinse the bowl and pour it over. And I'm just gonna, the clams are all open and salmon is almost done. I'm just gonna take a little bit of the soup and find out if I need to add more salt or fish sauce to it. No, it's perfect. So 1 tablespoon of garlic, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of the fermented chili paste, and a tablespoon of water, and ginger, and 1 teaspoon of ginger to about 1.5 cup of water. And then you can add salt or fish sauce according to your taste. Yeah, I think it's done. And you could arrange the vegetables and the fish and the shrimp, clams, whatnot, to make it more beautiful. But
this is a great dish for when it's getting cold. And
yes,
you can make it and then eat it for 2 or 3 days.
yeah. Yes, definitely. And it tastes better as it ages in the refrigerator, because I think, you know, the soup is, how do you say it? Becoming thicker as you warm it up over time and time over. So yeah, try it.
So now you can crack an egg on top of it.
I don't know. I've never seen that happen. Yeah, and I added the onions to add a little bit of sweetness, because I know we all have sweet palates, but I don't like to add any sugar, so I use onions a lot because it gives sweet flavor to the dishes. Okay, it's finished.
Let's see.
Just gonna, okay.
Do you have any advice on cleaning clams?
Oh, I use brush and I wash one at a time
Okay.
under running water.
Okay.
And then, I mean, and when you buy clams from a market that lets it sit in water and for the clams to send out all the sands in their intestines, you don't have to put them in salt water and let it sit in a dark place, like covered overnight. But if you don't have such fish market near you, then you would have to let the clams sit in salt water for overnight for them to get rid of the sands in their guts or intestines.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. That's it, guys. Any questions?
I want to see it. You taste it to see.
I will. Okay.
All right. Oh my goodness, that looks so yummy.
I'll get a bowl and a ladle.
Yeah, doesn't that look yummy, guys? Oh, wow. And I'm not even a fish person.
And I I love making fried rice with this sauce after I eat, eat most of the veggies and the fish. Very well cooked. Okay, I'm gonna try the salmon, let you know how it turned out. I like it.
Good. So salmon is so good then.
Yeah, I
Good.
like it. Mhm. It's
Yolanda
still,
has a question. She said she came a little bit, couple minutes late. What were the vegetables that you put in?
zucchini, onions, radish, and cabbage. So the cabbage, you slice it about like 1 centimeter, half an inch thickness. Because if you cook it for a long time, it will become mushy. So you don't want to cut it very thinly. You want in these half an inch, and you put that on the bottom, and then you put the stem part of the cabbage on top of that radish, and then you put the fish and the clams, and add the water, add the sauce, let it cook, and then after it boils, you add the quick vegetables that cook quickly, or other kinds of like shellfish, like shrimp. At that point, cover it again and let it cook, let it simmer. And really, this dish, the longer you cook or simmer, it will taste better. The soup part will taste better. But you don't want to overcook the salmon either, because then it will become tough. But yeah, this salmon right now is just perfect.
Yeah, Song
And then,
said that tofu will be good too.
yes, yes. Tofu is added to this dish at the end, along with the other quick cooking veggies.
God, that looks delicious. Wow.
I hope you can all come and try this.
I know we should do a in-person Chef Veronica Day, and we can go eat together.
Yes, that sounds lovely.
Any other questions for Veronica? It looks like we're good. Thank you so much, Chef Veronica. This is an easy, fun dish to make. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. That's beautiful.
Thank you.